I'm Drew Wheeler, and this is Rhys B. White. We are going to talk to you about our top 5 prospects in the game of baseball today. Rhys, let's start with number 5, a gentleman for the Milwaukee Brewers. Some have called him a teenage wunderkind, Jesus Mate. What do you like about Jesus Mate?
Jesus Mate, if he was born domestically, he would have been drafted number 1 overall in this most recent draft pretty handily. We're talking about an elite lift and pull. There's power here as well. It hasn't really materialized itself in game as much as we would hope, but we're talking about everything under the hood is really good. He lifts and pulls at an incredible rate. He makes good contact. He is a good defender. Probably not at shortstop. Probably moves off to third base, which is still a premium defensive position. And he more than has the bat to profile there to be a perennial like top 10 third baseman in all of baseball, which is a very stacked position. So that's what I like about Jesus Mate. What do you like about Jesus Mate, Drew?
I think it's got to be the hands. I heard one of my favorite, most smart people in all of baseball telling me that he has got some of the fastest hands he's seen since a young Ronald Acuna Jr. That'll play. That'll preach, if I can quote another friend of mine. Incredible swing decisions, talent across the board. I think when the piece of the game that you're concerned about, again, is whether he sticks at shortstop long term or not, you're looking at an incredibly talented player with plus tools across the board. Jesus Mate, if he were your number 1 prospect in baseball, I don't think that we could say a negative word about it. But let's move to our number 4, Samuel Misio of the Baltimore Orioles. Rhys, we haven't seen him play yet. There's been some argument about what his long-term positioning is going to be, but Misio is one of the most cerebral and talented hitters in all the minor leagues. What do you like about him?
That's the word cerebral, I think, is the perfect way to describe him. There is a level of he is just hitterish, but he also has power. When you normally describe someone as hitterish, you normally are describing a doubles, contact oriented sort of guy, maybe gritty, grindy, whatever sort of word you want to use. That's not what Basayo is. Basayo is that and elite power. We're talking about top of the scale power. He has 20 home runs at the time of we're recording. He has no stolen bases, but that's not a big part of his game. We're talking about someone who walks about 15% of the time, strikes out under 25% of the time, and also makes superb contact level as well with that power. He has 20, like I mentioned, 20 home runs. He's probably not a catcher going forward, which dings him a little bit. And I'm not someone who wants to put a first base prospect unless they are otherworldly, which Basayo is very close to being that. But I just think that with him not being a good defensive catcher, that's what ultimately leads him to being our number 4 prospect, but still a fantastic prospect. And honestly, I don't know what Baltimore's doing. Why is he not up with the major league squad? It's not like they're competing for anything right now.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see something fun happen in the next couple of days. From a catcher to a pitcher, the highest ranked pitcher on our list, number 3, it's Chase Burns. Beyond having arguably the best pitcher's name of all time, again, until Johnny Strikeouts comes onto the scene. Rhys, this is a young guy that has insane heat, a hellacious Doberman of a slider. Something special? Absolutely. And while the major league turnout hasn't quite matched what we see for him in the future, Chase Burns is exceptional. Tell everybody at home why he's our number 3 prospect.
We're talking about 2 of the best pitches, honestly, right now in Major League Baseball. A good fastball, a good slider. Honestly, I don't know why he's not throwing the changeup as much. I think the changeup performs really well, despite not being a traditionally good changeup. I mean, when you watch it, it's fine. There's nothing crazy about it, but honestly, it's good enough that he could throw it more than right now. I see like 6 to 7%. Like we're talking about that could probably be up to 12%, and that honestly alleviates some of the pressure off the fastball and slider. But we're not here to get nerdy about pitching. Oh wait, yes we are, because I love pitching. But yeah, Chase Burns. Until someone comes along with the name Johnny Strikeout, there's not a better name. We're talking about someone who strikes out 14 batters per 9 innings, so over a batter an inning, very clearly higher than that. And we're talking about, I think that some of the issues with him in the major leagues has kind of been just leaving a fastball over the heart of the plate a little bit too much. It's good. It's a good fastball. He can throw it right down the middle and get swings and misses, but he needs to get the command dialed in just a little bit. He's not a fully formed prospect either. He spent so little time in the minor leagues and so little refinement. So I think that the refinement's going to come at the major league level because people tend to forget development still happens at the major league level. So we're going to see him tinker with the command, tinker with a third pitch, and Chase Burns, just the upside with him. I'm not going to put him as an ace pitcher because I don't think that you can't project someone to be an ace, but he's going to be a darn good number one for a team. I think there's only a handful of aces at any given point in baseball, and Burns has the upside to do that. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just not going to project that out for him because I think that's unfair to Chase Burns. But Chase Burns could be a very, very good pitcher for a long time.
I agree with you completely. And you've got to keep in mind some of the things because, like you said, Rhys, Burns has not been in professional baseball that long. Some of the things that he could get away with against less advanced hitters, major league hitters are just catching him with. And that's something that, like you said, some of that development still happens at the biggest level. Let's go from number 3 to number 2. One of the most exceptional level and sound bats in all the minor leagues has all of a sudden added power. And the clouds open up and God says, Kevin McGonagal, you're one of my favorites. Rhys, why is this?
Kevin McGonagal is one of my favorites as well. I might be a little bit being a homer there, but we're talking about someone who on the season is hitting 340, 430, 434, 538 with 8 home runs and 4 stolen bases. Oh, and he's also walking significantly more than he's striking out. We're talking about elite plate skills. We're talking about power. He's lifting and pulling batted balls. There's everything here. The only ding for me here is I don't think he's a very good defensive shortstop. And when we're debating on him and who our number one prospect is, where you end up playing, I think, is important for projecting out. But we're talking about someone who has 187 WRC plus in the season. That means he has been 87% better than league average at all the stops that he's been up until this point. We're talking about someone who is 20 years old in Double-A. He's right there on the doorstep of the major leagues because I believe it was Jim Leyland who said that if you're in Double-A and you can handle Double-A, you can get a chance at the major league level. So, and he's been a fun prospect. I mean, he might be John Oliver's favorite prospect. Who knows? But Kevin McGonagal, he is the number 2 prospect for me.
And of course, the only one that we rank higher than Magoo himself is going to be Konnor Griffin, the new number 1 prospect in baseball, says many different outlets, Prospects Live included. Rhys, with Konnor Griffin, I think this is one of the best implementations of the old moniker. This guy is a tool shed. Everything you could want in a player, he's got it. The only issue that people saw as Griffin was drafted in 2024, will the hit tool come around? I think it's safe to say that it has. Rhys, Konnor Griffin's the number 1 prospect for Prospects Live, and tell everybody at home why we made that call.
We made that call because we were talking about the chance for superstar level tools. He has crazy power, maybe plus to double plus. He has crazy speed, double plus to plus, even when he starts to slow down because he's going to add more. Konnor Griffin is an unconventional looking shortstop, and I think that a lot of people are dinging him because he looks like a tight end playing shortstop, right? If you saw Travis Kelce playing shortstop, I'm sure you would be like, what the heck is going on here? But he's good there. He's fine. He makes all the requisite plays. He turns the double plays well. He has good range. And also, by the way, if he isn't a shortstop, maybe that's because of team construction, although it's a Pirate, so there isn't really anybody standing in his way as we currently speak. He can go be an absolute animal out there in center field, which is where I kind of would like to see him play because I think he's a more impactful defender at center field than he is at shortstop, but I also don't blame the Pirates for keeping him at shortstop. We're talking about the rare and maybe the only 5-tool prospect in all of baseball. The hit tool is much better than people gave him credit for. A shout out to his dad, Kevin Griffin, who has been consistently on that train, although he might be a little biased because he might be his father. He is his father, by the way. But Kevin's right. The hit tool concerns for Konnor have been a little bit overblown. He is making contact. He's making good contact. He is making quantity of contact and quality of contact. Konnor Griffin has been everything that we want. And I cannot look at all these prospects and go, who has the highest upside and not say Konnor Griffin, with also having a really good floor because all these tools provide him a good floor.
Absolutely, it does. He's got the range. He's got the stuff. He's got a dad that believes in him, and he's got me and Rhys that believe in him. That's our top 5. And Rhys, you were talking about bias just a minute ago. We're a little bit biased towards this list. We think it's pretty good. But if you think that somebody should be in our top 5 prospects that we didn't list, let us know why in the comments below because we're always down to chat with you. But until next time, we'll talk to you later.